we got Kevin Durant up next. And you know he'll come to play. I love his versatility, but that makes shutting him down next to impossible. Coach gave us a full breakdown of what to expect. We watched plenty of film. But sometimes you just got to throw all that out the window and settle things on the court. I'm ready. Bring it, KD.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. The Thunder enjoying this break from the road. This their first chance this season playing the Pacers. A year ago, they each gained a victory at home, but couldn't secure a win on the road.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, one apiece.
Yeah, this is really tight. I mean, it's splitting hairs when you talk about these teams. You get the feeling if they played 10 games, each side would win 5.
Boys, nice and high.
And it's going to be the Pacers off the tip. Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. LaVoy Allen out there with Hill. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Hill. And it's Ellis and at the 2. Now here's George.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Pass to Hill. Back to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They grab their own. Hill's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Pacers.
And they are on the board first.
Trying to set the tone here early. I like that.
No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Cans it from downtown.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Well, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season. The breakthrough he'd been waiting for on his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, and I think correlated with him getting a chance to start games, and it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board.
And then Durant with the dunk.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Here's Westbrook after Jordan Hill's bucket. Westbrook drives in. Hill with some nice D.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Ellis. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Another miss by Westbrook. Pacers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. A floater, and it's Hill. That time the assist by George. Hill's got his first 2 points.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Here's Waiters. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Pacers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Good. George has got himself on the board with 3 there.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
And Westbrook, here we go, will not go. This is off the front iron. Indiana leading. Hill kicks to George. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. George has got 5.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Here's Ibaka, powered down with both hands.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
For Indiana, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. And George, here we go. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there? It just gets to the rack really easy.
The shot's good from Westbrook.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Hill, a screen on Westbrook. Hill passes to Hill. The rebound by Ibaka.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
That's good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Westbrook. In the game against New Orleans, very impressive. Plays it up and banks it in. Westbrook's got 7.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Pick up by Hill. Hill drives in. And it's Hill with the jam.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Outside Westbrook. And there's the pass to Cantor. Back to Westbrook. Lets it go. Westbrook missing again.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And who could forget the tear? After the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Well, Greg, for Westbrook, as you were talking about him, the triple-double stretch included 4 in a row. He had 6 triple-doubles. Clark, in 8 games, he was sensational.
Yeah, it really was, Kevin. And what's even more amazing was that he was very close to a triple-double, even on the nights he didn't get one. Man, he's a guy who showed you what it means to carry a team.
Shooting less than 40% from the field last season. He just kept on shooting. Now, every once in a while, he'd get hot and it would look good. But when he's off, which was most of the time, it didn't look very good. He's got to improve shot selection and shot discipline.
And both free throws good for Waiters. Ray, getting back to Waiters, there's a reason the Cavaliers dealt the former 4th overall pick in the draft. Not only did he shoot poorly, but Clark, he averaged less than 2 assists a game.
Yeah, I think it's a mindset adjustment with Waiters. I've loved his talent and his ability to make plays and shots. Now he just has to recalibrate his thinking so he can be effective in the role he's asked to play.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Now here's Westbrook, guarded closely. From past the arc. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's Stuckey. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half. Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
Baller, just let it fly.
And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest of 18 children back in New Zealand.
So, like, the youngest over there has to do everything, like all chores, pretty much 18 years of being rookie. That's pretty much all it is, and people just beat you up for no reason.
All Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, got him outside of himself and toughened him up a little bit. No question about that. Wow, 18, that's mind-boggling.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
Russell Westbrook out there with Anthony Morrow. And then there's Steven Adams. Then there's Nick Collison. And it's Mycareer in at the 4. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Now, here's Mahinmi. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Outside Collison. No good. And Indiana will go the other way with it. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
At one point, I think they thought they were out of this thing. But my goodness, they just came storming back with purpose and on a mission.
You know, I don't even know if they thought they were out of it, but it just seemed like they were always calm and poised, even though things didn't seem to go their way. And then eventually that light switch flipped. And boy, the momentum was clearly on their side.
The Thunder shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
So, you know, Anthony Morrow, one of the real lasers as a long-range bomber in the league. First rookie ever to lead the NBA in three-point percentage. Hit over 46% his first year. There's always a place for a guy like that.
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Mitch Mycareer. Now, here's George. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Charlotte. Knocks down the step-back Jay. George has got 9.
And not much breathing room there. The step-back move gave him just enough to get it off.
Morrow kicks to Durant. Collison with the screen for Durant. It's stolen by Hill. Here's George, and the call will be against Nick Collison. That's his first foul.
I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. He kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
For the Thunder, Cantor comes in for Steven Adams, and it's Ibaka in for Nick Collison. And Miles kicks to Hill. Pick up by Hill. Dishes to Hill. 5 on the clock. And again, it's Indiana.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Indiana leading by 6. Here is Miles. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Outside Hill. Out to the right wing. 11 feet away and off the front iron, and in it goes. 8 points for Hill.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Screen by Ibaka. Westbrook dishes to Morrow. He feeds it to Durant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Durant's got his second basket.
He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you.
And George, here we go. And that one's good. George has got the lead up to 8 now for the Pacers.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Outside Durant. And he goes in for the dunk.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And when we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
Hill kicks to Hill. Shot is off. Nice D from Oklahoma City.
And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
Mahimi kicks to Miles. Goes up.
Passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Outside Durant. We've got 1:48 left in the first half. From deep. No luck. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. You go back to before last season with Durant. He was set to lead Team USA to their tournament, but had to withdraw from the team.
And, you know, withdrawing Kevin might have been the right play to keep him healthy. He still ended up on the shelf a good while last year, but I still think it was the right decision on his part.
Now here's Durant. He had 25 points in the win against New Orleans.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
Now Hill after the missed 3 from Serge Ibaka. And it's Hill penetrating offline from the high post.
And as competitive as Durant is, you know, it was strange to see him take himself off of Team USA. But let's face it, that Paul George injury played a big role, not only in his decision, but in a lot of guys throughout the league. Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Now, here's Mahimi. He's coming off a 10-point game against Charlotte, and that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
And, you know, Durant was not the only one affected by that injury to Paul George. To see something like that happen in an exhibition game can make anybody think twice about summer play.
Waiters, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. In Indiana with a change here, too. Ellis, he's checked in for Paul George. There's a screen by Cantor. It's Westbrook with the drive. He shoots again. It's rebounded by Indiana.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Hill sets the screen for Hill. There's 14 seconds left in the first half of the game. The 17-footer. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And here's Westbrook from the arc. That's the bucket. Good.
Oh, you
Westbrook's
gotta be
got
joking.
7 points for the quarter.
Remember 1 point. That 3 just made it in. That 3-pointer would have. That 3-pointer could have missed.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half.
Yeah, bloody bugger.
Pacers lead by 1.
Well, Kevin, obviously a very close game. What has been your approach tonight?
Well, we're just trying to pack the paint. Those guys are great. So we're just trying to make them see a few guys, get some deflections, and get some easy baskets.
Kevin, thank you so much. A hard-working Kevin Durant, gentlemen.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
31-30. Fuck, we're winning by 1 point. Fuck. That 3-pointer could have missed, but just went in. Fuck. Step up our game. Shh. The coach wants to say something.
Okay, good job battling them out there. Let's talk about some crucial areas from the first half. First things first, how about the job we've done in the paint offensively? It was men against boys down there. We've had our way with them.
Good man.
Our focus
30.
has to be
I'm going to
operating
see
as
a
much
point
as
in,
possible from the
rebounds,
low block.
or assists,
But we've shot the ball
steals
well,
or
I'll give us
blocks.
that. And it's because we've had great shot selection. We've made really good choices with the ball. The pace of the game, just to bring that up real quick, isn't a huge concern because I think we're suited to play at any speed. But somewhere in the middle of the tempo spectrum would probably be ideal. This is a very tough opponent, and we've got a difficult half in front of us. But I've got all the faith in the world in you guys. I know you can get this done.
All you gotta do is believe.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
Checking out the group with Frank Vogel to start the second half. They've got Paul George. Hill is out there with Allen. Then it's Ellis.
Go.
One spot.
Oh, you mumbean.
Oklahoma City
Coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Everyone understands the importance of Paul George to the ball club. That's why taking his offensive game to the next.
To do in terms of they have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Tell you what, Monte Ellis is one of the best second-round draft picks of all time in the league, not just the last decade. I mean, this guy was a 5-star recruit out of high school, committed to college, but changed his mind in the draft, where the Warriors stole him at the 40th pick in 2005.
And that one falls to Monte Ellis. Getting back to Monte Ellis. Had he gone to college for even 1 year, I think he would have probably been a top 10 pick. But you look at what he's brought to the table over his career, points and assists, rebounds, steals, playmaking. His production has been astounding.
You know, he's one of those unsung players. He never gets voted to the All-Star game and never gets spoken about as one of the top guards in this league. But you look at the body of work and you ask his competitors throughout this league, and they're going to tell you that guy's as tough as they get.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
They grabbed their own miss. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Ennis Kendrick.
Some good numbers for him. He has 8 points and 1 steal.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw. So 1 for 2 that time with the strike.
Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for. Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
And with this opportunity, we can show you this season's top shot blocking teams. The Thunder in 4th.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Freak with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And there's the call on Anthony Morrow. That's his first foul. And Kanter did play well with the increased minutes last season, Clark. Averaged a double-double after the trade.
I think it was a great fit for him in Oklahoma City. He still has work to do, but now that he feels like he's in the right environment, I think we're going to see that great potential of his start to come to fruition.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Waiter. Good on the shot. And the Pacers lead by 7.
Looked like he was trying to go for a degree of difficulty points on that shot.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Morrow kicks to Durant. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Durant's got 8.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Waiters. He's averaging 11 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
He certainly knows his role, and he gives you some good minutes. That's really all you can expect from him at this point.
Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Mycareer comes in for Serge Ibaka. And the Pacers also making a change. Miami's checked in for Jordan Hill. Stuckey outside. Floats one, and it's good on the layup.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
And the rejection by Mahimi. They recover it.
Kevin, here we can get a good look at Indiana and what kind of numbers they've put up these last. in games, second in field goal percentage, sixth in three-point field goal percentage. And they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
And a quick word in terms of their field goal percentage, which has just been spectacular inside and outside. They just keep finding ways to put the ball in the basket.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Collison's out there. And good on the basket. Book it. And now it's a 9-point Pacer lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
The three from Morrow, and that one's good.
Oh, you kidding me?
Morrow's got 5 points so far.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Now, here's Mahimi. Not a lot of room. Shot clock at 6. At the elbow, Stuckey. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. 6 points for him.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Morrow, the pass to Waiters. And a big-time jam right there.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
While we have the chance, a look at our 2K leaderboard and the top shooting small forwards at the free throw line during the last month. Kevin Durant, number 1.
And most impressive is that he's done it in the first quarter, in the clutch, whenever, as consistent as they come.
Well, you look at him at the line, you can't tell if it's a preseason game or the NBA Finals. Demeanor and stroke never wavers.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Dion Waiters. And stolen by Freak. And oh, here we go with Hill. Nobody back. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook? As maybe the top dunker right now.